and that's Bodo Glimt. They call them the Norwegian Prince. You know, we were looking at them more of a giant killer, that they were going to kill the giants for us, especially the giants of Portugal. But it looks as if those guys went in, they were able to dig deep. They came with a strategy and they did not concede a single goal. Because of that, we're able to look at some of the numbers and it looks like the numbers are not adding up. The Bodo Glimt team looked like a complete reset of what we saw in the first leg. They were not good enough. Even though it's a low budget team, but it looks like as if the big moment was too big for them. They started shrinking. So, Crespo, can you just give us your 2 cents? What do you think about the way they were shrinking? What do you think went wrong?
Actually, that was just a nice Cinderella run. And if you remember our last conversation, we said
Exactly.
wherever it ended, it was a good run. So
Yeah.
I don't think Bodo should put their heads down. Rather, they should, raise their shoulders above water, raise their heads really high, and beat their chest to say that they've done really well. However, the occasion just got a lot bigger than they had expected. I was surprised with their setup in the return leg. I felt they should have at least tried to continue to be the giant slayer that we have known them to be. But for some reasons, they decided to sit deep from the get-go. And I guess that limited their creative guys and they were unable to do anything. So I would say kudos to Sporting, digging deep to get back 5 goals. That
Yeah.
was impressive. That was impressive. Although it went into the extra time, however, they did what they had to do, and kudos to Sporting. Now I hope Sporting can now be that team that would not lose to another big team in the next round. So let's see how that goes. But again, like I said, a Cinderella run for Bodo. Kudos to UEFA for giving small teams like that the chance to be in the Champions League and give them the chance to proceed beyond the group stages. Because we discussed some weeks earlier also, like the new format would permit teams not just to play the top dogs, but play big teams, play teams at their level, and give them a chance to get to as far as the playoff and even the round of 16, which they bowed out gracefully. So I would say shout out to Bodo. They should not feel bad that they lost. The occasion got bigger than them, and again, a Cinderella run that was worth the while and enjoyable for all fans to watch.
That's a good one. Emmanuel, do you want to chime in on this? Just give us your 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, nothing different from what Crespo already said. It was a good one by Sporting to come back from three goal deficits, to win 5-0. Quite an interesting game. I think I was saying it when I saw the first 2 goals going, I was like, man, this is going to be a long night for Bodo.
Yeah.
To be fair to them, I mean, they tried coming this far. I mean, they should be proud of what they've achieved so far in the Champions League this season, despite not going beyond the round of 16. I mean, taking away Inter, probably be a big achievement for them. And I mean, they will always probably get some money, get a few more players here and there and do better next time. Right? That's all I can say for them. But it was clearly the golf inequality showed on that game, right? Sporting clearly went for it. That's the thing about this thing. No matter how many goal difference you are, sometimes it's not just concluded until you say it's concluded, right? So that's what showed in that game. Sporting went for it from the get go, scored the first 2 goals, and then held on, scored the third one, and they went to extra time and scored 2 more goals. So 5-0 on the night, and all credit to them for being able to turn it around in their own favor. And in Bodo Glimt again, they've achieved something that they've not done before, I believe. So it's good to see that they've gone this far. I mean, it's always good to see the small teams, shake the bigger teams. It's always good to see that upset in the big competitions like Champions League, right? So I mean, they should be proud of what they've achieved so far.
Yeah. Thanks so much for that.